Good day, everyone, especially to our teacher, Sir Inkoy. My topics are all about the challenges and opportunities in Philippine education and the key principles in Philippine education. I am going to discuss first the challenges and opportunities in Philippine education. This topic generally discusses the potential difficulties and prospects that can arise in various fields. For example, in organizational behavior, challenges might include improving people's skills, managing workforce diversity, responding to the globalization, empowering people, and stimulating innovation and change. On the other hand, these challenges also present opportunities for growth and improvement. So the first challenge is the uneven distribution of educational resources. This suggests that resources like teaching materials, school supplies, digital technology, and teacher education are not equally available to all schools or regions in the Philippines. For instance, a school in a metropolitan city might have access to advanced digital technology and well-trained teachers, while a school in a rural area might lack these resources. Second is the need for significant transformations. This refers to the requirement for major changes in education system to meet the evolving needs and aspirations of the country and its people. Like this could mean introducing more vocational courses or integrating technology into the curriculum to prepare students for the modern workforce. And lastly, the impact of COVID-19 pandemic on education. This point addresses the challenges posed by the pandemic, such as disruption to traditional classroom learning and the shift to online education. For example, the sudden shift to online learning may have been difficult for students without reliable internet access at home. For the opportunities in Philippine education is that the potential for higher education to respond to educational problems. This implies that higher education institutions can help address educational issues by integrating relevant courses like environment and health into their curriculums. For instance, a university could address environmental concerns by introducing a course on sustainable development. Now, let's proceed to the key principles and values in Philippine education. This topic delves into the core beliefs and standards that underpin the educational system in Philippines. It involves discussions on the value resources of the Filipino people, the contemporary transformation of values, and their implications for education. Firstly, it focuses on the development of the human person. This means that education in the Philippines emphasizes personal growth and the development of values necessary for building a just, humane, and democratic society. Like schools might encourage students to participate in community service, fostering a sense of social responsibility and empathy. Next is the implementation of the Values Education Program or the VEP. This refers to the incorporation of values education on all levels of the educational system to instill good moral and social values in students. For example, this could involve activities like classroom discussions and moral dilemmas to instill values such as honesty, respect, and kindness. Lastly, is the importance of positive discipline in the classroom. This highlights the role of positive reinforcement in shaping student behavior and promoting a conducive learning environment. For instance, instead of punishing a student for misbehavior, a teacher might use the opportunity to discuss the consequences of the student's actions and encourage better choices in the future. So there are philosophical foundations of education in the Philippines, and these are centered on the value resources of the Filipino people and the contemporary transformation of values. This suggests that Philippine education is grounded in the values of the Filipino people, while also adapting to changing societal values. Next is the emphasis on the development of strong literacy and numeracy skills. This means that the education system prioritizes the development of basic reading, writing, and arithmetic skills among young learners. And lastly, inclusion of philosophy as a general education course. This point indicates that philosophy is included as a mandatory course in higher education, focusing on areas like philosophy of man, ethics, and logic to broaden students' perspectives and critical thinking skills. In conclusion, the topic Challenges and Opportunities in Philippine Education examines the hurdles like infrastructure gaps, and access disparities, alongside opportunities such as educational integration and educational reforms. In contrast, the topic titled The Key Principles and Values in Philippine Education delves into core principles like holistic development and cultural relevance, emphasizing inclusivity and critical thinking as key values driving educational policies and practices in the country. These topics collectively shed light on the complexities and aspirations within the Philippine education. And that ends my report. Thank you for listening.